What is the purpose of using bands in training? Well, we generally use bands in one of two ways. Either like this, where the bands are pulling down and adding extra resistance to the bar, or like this, where the bands are pulling up and actually taking resistance off the bar. Either way, the purpose of the bands is to make the portion of the lift at the beginning, when you're picking it up off the floor on a deadlift, or like when you're pressing it off your chest on a bench press, make that easier and make the end portion of the lift, the lockout, harder. Studies like this one show that accommodating resistance or resistance from exercise bands can be useful in improving maximal strength and power, most likely because of the psychological effects. And I quote, "Although there was only a significant difference in lower body maximal strength between groups, accommodating resistance training may induce a psychological training response by improving the strength and power of stabilizing muscles required to balance the bar if consistently used over time." However, while there is individual studies and also anecdotal experience to show that this type of training is helpful for increasing maximal strength, this meta-analysis and systematic review actually found that those results are a bit questionable. They found that the effects of accommodating resistance on hypertrophy is probably non-existent, and the effects of accommodating resistance on maximal strength is most likely psychological, i.e. when you are holding that heavier weight at lockout that is heavier than it is when you're starting the lift, it just has a psychological effect that makes you more confident in lifting weights, thus increasing your 1 rep max. My advice about using accommodating resistance though is it's just fun. Incorporate it in your training as you wish. Don't expect it to give you some magical results, but if you've never tried it before, it might be worth giving it a shot.